Blister in the Sun, Triple M's Hot Breakfast, 7 minutes to 7. Legacy, as you know, Ed, is one of Australia's oldest charities, formed to help families of incapacitated and often deceased soldiers. Meiling Clucas is someone who knows that story all too well, and she joins us on the line. Meiling, welcome to you. Thanks for joining us this morning on Triple M's Hot Breakfast.
Hi guys, thanks for having me.
Now, Meiling, can you tell us, first of all, where did the name Meiling come from?
Mum read a book called The World of Susie Wong. I'm not sure if you remember the name. It was about a prostitute during the war, and Mum just somehow liked the name and decided to call me Meiling.
And have you gone being named after a Chinese prostitute over those years?
I grew up in Footscray, Luke, Darcy. We all loved you. And I was one of 4 Meilings that went to Footscray North Primary School, but I was the only Caucasian one.
Good stuff. Meiling, whose brother's names are Jay and Brad, by the
way. From Days of Our Lives and The Bold and the Beautiful.
We need to meet your mum, Meiling. She sounds like
she's crazy.
An amazing character.
She does sound like an amazing woman. Meiling, can I just briefly tell people your background story? Meiling's father, Paul Clucas, served on the HMAS Sydney in the Vietnam War. When the ship was decommissioned, moved back to Melbourne and started a family. Sadly, after the war, in 1986, Paul took his own life. He left his wife, Diane, who we've just heard about, to bring up the 3 small children, Meiling, Jay and Brad. Now, as a widowed single mum, Diane became unwell and struggled with the whole situation, and the children were separated. But it was Legacy who stepped in and offered financial support and emotional support. And Meiling, you credit Legacy with the work of saving your family. Tell us what it was like in those deep, dark days, and how did Legacy come to be such a part of your life?
Well, you've pretty much summed it up there. Basically, Mum hadn't worked a day for 10 years since she had us, and it was a taboo subject back in those days. You didn't talk about men with depression, and it just wasn't discussed. And Mum didn't cope. I mean, I was 9, Brad was 6, and Jay was 3. So it was a really, really tough time. And Legacy not offered support financially for our family and for Mum, but it was more the emotional support that we've had throughout day dot today. So we gained a second family from such tragic circumstances.
Meiling, you sound like a vibrant and happy and well-adjusted, beautiful young lady. Would that not have been the case without the support of Legacy?
Definitely. I wouldn't be the person. And my brother and I, we've both got very strong, high-profile sales executive roles within industries. We wouldn't be the people we are today had it not been for Legacy. We probably would have shied away. We wouldn't have embraced life as we had we not had the support of Legacy. They've just been amazing, and they really are truly, I could say, friends back in Legacy House in Swanston Street.
Meiling, can you tell us about being a 9-year-old girl in Melbourne, Australia, and just having all this turmoil around you that traces back to the Vietnam War? It just seems such a disconnect, but at the same time so obvious. And can you tell us the period when it looked like the 3 kids were going to be separated?
It was very tough because at 9 years old, I sort of had to step up to the plate. It was a few days out of my brother's 7th birthday, so Brad was he was really confused, and my younger brother Jay just thought that Dad had gone away. And Mum was struggling to sort of find the words to really, really speak to us. And, Legacy provided us with legatees that would come around and sit with us and talk to us, and also provided guidance for children that had gone through the same similar circumstances with their fathers taking their own life. And we were able to talk about it with families that understood and had been there and done it. So, it was great to have your friends at school, but this was completely, completely different. And as I said earlier, it was a taboo subject. Men don't get depressed. Men have to get out of bed. They have to go to work. They have to support their families. But, it's a real struggle for some of them, especially after the war.
And how's your mum now, Meiling? She come through it in good shape?
Yeah, she has. She's met we've got a stepfather, Paulie, God help him. I must have given him a lot of grief when I was a teenage girl, but he's stuck it through, and I tell you, hats off to Paul. He's a school teacher. He's put up with 3 kids, and, once I remember my mum saying, if you want to have a child, I will, and he said, no, Di, I don't want to, because I would never want to love your 3 children any more than what I do, another child more than your 3. Your 3 are more than enough for me. So,
jeez, what a man.
He'll be listening, so hi, Paulie.
Good on you, Paul.
Well done.
Mate, you're a ripper. And Meiling, congratulations to you as well for being so articulate and coming on the show this morning and just sharing what is such a very intimate part of your life with everybody for the sake of Legacy. We know that this is not something that you just do to crank up some money tomorrow.
No, not at all.
And things like that. This is something that is deep and personal and resonates with so many people around. And we look at friends of ours like Ron Barassi, who also was a legacy boy. And
Chris and Brad Scott,
yeah,
two Scott brothers.
Mine. Hi, Chris. Hi, Brad.
Yeah, I'm sure you would have come across them along the journey. Who absolutely thank Legacy for the way they've turned out in life as well.
Yep.
And the tragic part, Meiling, is that with Afghanistan and what's happened, we're going to have so many more families now affected. And to support Legacy, make sure you donate to raiseaglass.com.au. And when you think about that on Anzac Day, get behind Legacy.
And Meiling, you're down at the Shrine tomorrow?
I am actually, and I think I may be doing a radio interview down at the end of the Shrine. So listen in for more bubbly chats with me.
And what are you doing tomorrow? You're going to be handing out some.
We normally hang out the sprigs of the rosemary.
Yeah.
I've just actually rang a couple of the local RSLs around Newport just to see what they're doing around here, because my grandmother, who's 90, I don't think she'll want to go all the way into town. So I'm just sort of trying to spread myself out a little bit tomorrow, and I might go to the Newport, I might go to the Altona RSL, and then head in to do the Shrine radio.
Good on you. You're a wonder, Meiling, and please send our love to your mum, Diane, and to your brothers as well, and to your stepdad, Paul, who just sounds like a wonderful bloke. Congratulations, Paul.
And good luck to all those people out there tomorrow. Enjoy. Yes, it's a public holiday, but please give and support Legacy and RSL this Anzac Day, and donate by raiseaglass.com.au.
Beautifully said. Meiling Clucas joining us here on Triple M's Hot Breakfast. The 7 o'clock news coming up next, and we're going to hear from Mick Malloy off the coast of East Africa doing exactly that, supporting our troops who are in active service at the moment here on Triple M's Hot Breakfast.